Though the algorithms rule us all, rhetoric is predominantly used in a negative tone. Could machines help Americans overcome the obesity epidemic? Newsflash, Americans are fat. And I'm not just mentioning that as an opinion, but this is actually a fact. If you look at the CDC's most recent compilation of data, 43% of American adults are obese. If you pull that back a little bit farther and also include overweight American adults along with obese American adults, that number balloons to over 74% of the population. And it makes no sense if you think about it. In the US, we have access to highly trained health and wellness professionals. We have state-of-the-art facilities. We have access to the newest drug innovation and health technologies. So what exactly is making us so unhealthy? Poor diet is actually the leading cause of mortality in the US, and obesity creates an economic cost of $1.7 trillion in the United States. Now, there was two key things about Americans that I didn't mention. The first is that 85% of American adults have a supercomputer that's basically attached to their hand. And if you look at this just from access to an internet connection, 93% of Americans have regular access to that. So the fact is, we live in the information age. And then secondly, there has never been a point in history that we've had more food choices in every category than we do now. The fact is, we live in an endless aisle age. While those elements could definitely have positive effects on the obesity epidemic, they can also create negative effects. Too much information, too many food choices, too much access that is being given to marketers, and I can go on and on. But how can technology help Americans that are drinking from the fire hose of information and are drowning in food options? So let's look at this from the glass half full perspective. The growing usage of grocery e-commerce provides a great platform framework that can allow retailers to do things that they are not able to do in an in-store shopping experience around personalization of health preferences. Retailers and third-party marketplaces should include healthy shopping preference settings, healthy meal planning tools, and a calculator that tallies up the nutritional quality of the shopping cart. So let's break this down a little bit further into pieces. So looking at healthy shopping preferences, Shipt actually launched a new feature that allows shoppers to sort products according to dietary labels like low sodium, organic, and vegetarian, and save those preferences under their profile. And here's an important note for e-commerce teams: they will need to ensure product listings are complete and accurate with these labels for the algorithms to be successful. Now, looking at healthy meal planning tools, with the growth of shoppable content, it will be beneficial for grocers to pair content and commerce better in a grocery experience, similar to what Walmart Cook Shop is doing within the Walmart Plus experience. And then finally, with a nutritional quality calculator, grocers should look to add programs like Guiding Stars to all of the foods they sell online and have a calculator that tallies up the nutritional quality of their shopping carts. They could also pair that with store-related loyalty program incentives. Now, with anything glass half full, we have to look at glass half empty perspective as well. Algorithms are definitely here to stay, but humans also need to understand how they are affecting the trajectory of our lives to ensure that they're being used properly. To make an algorithm work, you need a series of data points and an exact definition of success. Now, this could be problematic because data sets are always missing key elements. This can also be problematic because humans decide on those successful parameters, and because of that, the algorithm will have an innate set of biases. Now, I can go down that rabbit hole further, but let's just agree that algorithms could play a key role, but it will not be the only thing that is needed to help solve the American obesity epidemic. So I did want to kind of just run through a ton of other additional solutions that I think could potentially help. First is that Medicaid, Medicare, private insurers, hospitals, they should all include nutrition within the electronic health records. There should also be an update to medical training, licensing, and continuing education to put more of an emphasis on nutrition. There should be an adoption within the American society that food is medicine, and it should be offered through patient prescription programs that provides healthy produce, and for the sickest patients should cover home delivered medically tailored meals. Nutrition standards should be strengthened within our school lunch programs. SNAP, or like the food stamps program, should be leveraged to help improve diet quality and health. It seems that we tax junk food, but I believe that's an ineffective, simplistic solution to obesity that often vilifies an industry or food product. I would instead focus on celebrating and rewarding good nutrition. The private sector should also play a key role in this. New investor coalitions, similar to like ESG investing, should financially reward companies for tackling obesity and other nutrition-related illnesses. Public and private partnerships should emphasize research and development on the best agricultural and food processing practices. Coordinated federal leadership and funding for research relating to the gut microbiome, allergies and autoimmune disorders, cancer, brain health, effects on non-natural sweeteners, and personalized nutrition. So that was just like a ton of different ideas that I think would be beneficial to America to adopt in some semblance. But I do just want to end on some final thoughts. The significant impacts of the food system on well-being, mounting healthcare costs, the economy, and the environment has created an opportunity for leadership across private and public to champion real solutions. Fact is, America needs help getting healthier. And maybe it's those machines that everybody is afraid of might play a key part of the solution in our obesity epidemic problem. I would love to hear what you think about some of these ideas and the content. I would love if you comment on this content with some of your ideas, or you can reach out to me on any of my social media accounts.